Hey everyone, my name is Allison and I am the social media manager here at Drops. If you've ever interacted with us on social media, I'm who you were talking to. As a lot of you already know, we launched another round of 90 Days with Drops this year. Last year's 90 Days with Drops was a huge success. We saw so many of you either starting a brand new language or picking up a language that you hadn't practiced in a while. And that's really the entire idea behind 90 Days with Drops. It's supposed to be a Kickstarter for a new language or getting back into a language, and it's really there to help you establish a daily habit of language learning. Last year, we focused on memory champion Nelson Dellis and his journey to become fluent in Flemish. If you missed any of his videos, we'll link them up here in the info box. This year, though, we really wanted to focus on the Drops team. And as a fun twist, we thought that we'd do it with a polyglot, which would be our resident polyglot Shannon, and a non-polyglot, which is me. We're not competing against one another. We're just trying to see the differences between two different types of language learners and what we can achieve within the 90 days.
Hey everyone, my name is Shannon Kennedy and I'm the resident polyglot here at Drops. I'm here to talk a bit about my new language learning project, Learning Hebrew as a part of 90 Days with Drops. Before I get into the specifics of this project, I want to take a moment to share my background in language learning. Hebrew will be my 13th language. I've also studied French, Italian, Spanish, German, Russian, Croatian, Hungarian, Korean, Mandarin Chinese, Japanese, Hindi, and I am a native English speaker. This will also be my 4th language project with Drops. I've also studied Hungarian, Hindi, and a bit of Icelandic with Drops. So I'll include the links to those projects and videos in the description box below.
As for me, I'm not monolingual. I speak English, but I also speak French. And having grown up in the US, I also know a small amount of Spanish. Nothing to even say that I can even speak Spanish, but I can understand a bit and I can read a bit.
Now let's get into Hebrew specifically. In March, the Drops team is going to Tel Aviv, so a few of us are already learning Hebrew as a part of 90 Days with Drops to prepare. Drops is amazing for learning core vocabulary and phrases in a fun, engaging way, so I've been enjoying learning new words with Drops since the start of the challenge. Currently, I do about 15 minutes a day in Drops. I have a Drops premium account. But my goal in Hebrew is to learn more than just a few words. I want to go beyond hello, goodbye, please, thank you, and excuse me. I find that when I travel somewhere, I get to have experiences I otherwise wouldn't get to have, and the trip is just that much more enjoyable when I know a bit of the language, when I can engage with people in their language, even if I make mistakes, and even if I'm still a beginner. In Tel Aviv, I want to be able to do things in Hebrew like order in restaurants, ask for directions, get my morning coffee and ask for it to go or take away depending on the day, ask someone what their name is and tell them what mine is, or even tell them when I don't understand something. I want to be able to ask what new words are in Hebrew. I want to be able to introduce myself and talk about what I do, my family, and why I am learning Hebrew.
As Shannon mentioned, the Drops team is heading to Tel Aviv in March, and in preparation, several of us are learning Hebrew. My language learning goals are not the same as Shannon's, but they're not completely dissimilar. I would like to be able to say the basics, hello, goodbye, please, thank you, but I'd also like to be able to understand, road signs and signs on buildings and be able to have basic communication skills and things like important travel phrases. I'd like to have those things under my belt when we go.
Drops will help me learn a lot of the words I need to do these things, especially with the travel talk category, but Drops alone isn't going to be enough to ensure I accomplish my Hebrew learning goals. That's why I'll be doing more than just learning with Drops. I also plan to find a tutor on italki, use Pimsleur during my time in the car, and follow the Hebrew Pod 101 course. 13 days into the challenge, I also started doing a Fluent in 3 Months challenge for Hebrew.
I currently do 5 minutes a day in the Drops app, but as time goes on, I'm probably going to increase that to 10 to 15 minutes a day which I can do because I have a premium account and I can change my time limits. For my language learning goals, the Drops app is going to be pretty useful for me since I'd like to know basic vocabulary like hello and goodbye, but also because I want to know some basic phrases for travel. So I'm going to be able to use the travel talk section of the app, which is aimed basically at people who are traveling places and who like to know basic phrases beyond hello and goodbye. I'm also very interested in phonetics, so I'm going to be spending some time on YouTube and online really focusing on how words are pronounced and how certain letters are pronounced. Since I'm so interested in phonetics, it's also a really good idea to have a great grasp on an alphabet. And luckily, we have an alphabet teaching app called Scripts, and Hebrew was just introduced in Scripts in December. So I'm going to be practicing in Scripts, I'm going to be practicing in Drops, and I'm also going to be using YouTube videos to get a better idea for phonetics. If you have a Drops premium account, that also transfers as a premium account in Scripts, so you can have unlimited time in both.
Allison and I, who are doing this project together, have put a list of our favorite Hebrew learning resources together in a post, and you can find the link to that in the description box as well. And if you're learning another language as a part of 90 Days with Drops, we'll also include a link to the resources we recommend for other languages as well. So this sums up everything I will be doing over the next 90 days. If you'd like to join us in 90 Days with Drops, it's really easy. All you need to do is open up the Drops app, visit the profile screen, and tap the button that says 90 Days with Drops. Accept the challenge, and you're in. You'll start receiving weekly email tips to help you stay motivated, and we'll get to see a special stat screen within the app as you learn over the next 90 days. So I look forward to having you join us. Shalom.
We are so excited to see what will happen at the end of the 90 days, and we'll be recording more videos to let you guys know how our own language learning is progressing. But we'd love for you guys to keep tagging us in your Instagram posts, keep using hashtag 90 Days with Drops, and if you'd like to follow us on any of our socials, you can find them here, and we'll also list them down below. We can't wait to see where everyone ends up on their journey, and we'll be checking back in a couple of weeks. Bye!